Many people asked me for this tutorial in the past year, and so finally I found some time to realize it. Today I will try to explain how the green screen photography works. Keep in mind that this tutorial is for experienced Photoshop users and not for beginners. First thing you have to do is to create a green screen setting world. Make sure the prims are full bright and of the default green. Full bright and default green. That is this one. You shot your picture, making sure you're coming from the front using Ctrl+0 to zoom. And don't try to make other perspectives like coming from the top or from the bottom, because you won't be able to find backgrounds that fit this choice. Also, at your first tries, don't try to use sit poses because they are most difficult to handle. So I already shot the snapshot. Open your Photoshop and remove the green background. I already explained it in another tutorial how to remove the green background, so if you need to learn how to remove the green background, I will link in the blog post the rule of the other tutorial. There is also another one about how to shot a good snapshot, and I will link that one too. Now that you have your avatar with invisible background, what we are going to do is to create a collage on different layers, trying to put the avatar in the middle of the scene that we will make. The most important part is to realize the lights and the shadows in the right way, because you don't have to use the dodge and the burn tool randomly. The shadows and the lights have a direction, and you have to keep in mind which direction they have, otherwise the whole image won't make sense. To do a collage, you need different images to put together. First of all, you need a background. A nice place where you can find free backgrounds is DeviantArt. DeviantArt is this website. Not sure if you know it, but here you can find really a lot of resources, and you can look for that's the page. Okay, you have to go to popular of all time, resources and stock images. My God. Stock images and pre-made backgrounds. Here you will find the pre-made backgrounds. Not all the backgrounds that you will find there are good for your picture, because there are some guidelines to have in mind. For example, let me see. The backgrounds with really a lot of grass on the ground, like these, are difficult to use, because to put the avatar inside the grass you have to redraw the grass, and it's not easy. So at the beginning, try to find very easy backgrounds with a floor, like, I don't know, let me see, you can use that one or something like that. But another thing that is important when you choose your background is the size, because when you put it in Photoshop and you start to stretch it and resize it, it will be really poor quality if the image is small. To do a nice image in Second Life, you have to have a size of the whole image I don't know, at least 1000 for 1000 at least, but the picture I do usually are 2 or 3000 per 2 or 3000. So for example, this can be a good one because also the perspective is frontal. This one too, if you're doing something urban. I also think that I use that one. Also those. I want to do some examples because otherwise I look mad if I just say, okay, this is good, and I don't explain the reason for some other backgrounds are not good. For example, this one, this is a tree and it's very high. If I have to put my avatar inside this image, the avatar will be very small compared to the tree, to respect the proportions. And also where I put my avatar with the feet, I mean, they are inside the plants. I have to take plants, put them forward the avatar and then also backward. It's difficult. Let me do just another example like this one. Watch the size of the flowers, they are very big. I can't put a full figure avatar in this picture because otherwise I have 1 meter tall flowers, daisies in this case, and very big butterflies. I mean, you have to think when you choose a background. Also, you know, with flowers, that's what I was saying before. So in this case, I took that one for my picture. It is more than 3000 pixels, so it's very big. And I select my file with the avatar, and I drag the avatar image in the background. Of course, my avatar image will be bigger because the background is smaller. So I resize my avatar. Even there, you have to think about proportions because this wall, half wall, I don't know how to say in English, must be at least high as my knee, because otherwise why you should put a wall? I mean, this is like a roof, terrace, I don't know how to say, but you have to keep in mind the proportions. So oops, if you scale with the shift, it will keep the proportion of your image. That's just a tip. So I scaled my avatar and I can put somewhere. My suggestion is to put the avatar never in the real center. You can put something in the center only if it is symmetric, because if it is symmetric and you put it in the center, it will make sense. Otherwise it will be just something put there and won't drag the attention in the right points. So to have a shadow we need a light. I decide that let me make it smaller because I want to do an example. Okay, let's say that my light is coming from there. Oops. So I go on my background. First of all, I remove the locker, and I make a selection with the round selection tool, feather 2050, and I make a circle on the sky. It's there that I decide that light is coming. So I go on brightness, contrast. I make the brightness more strong, like, I don't know, yeah, you can decide randomly, then depends from the image mostly. So I decide that from there is coming the light. Now if the light is coming from there, my shadow will go in this direction. I can't put the shadow going there because it won't make sense. So I make a duplicate of my outer layer, and I go on image, adjustments, use saturation, and at the lightness I put it on 100, and I confirm, and then I have my avatar figure all filled with black. Now I have to go on edit, transform, distort. Here I have the chance of making my shadow in the direction I want it. So we said that the light was coming from the back of the avatar, so the shadow will go that way. I will fix the position of the shadow like that, and I will put the shadow layer. Let me rename it shadow. This is avatar, okay, and I will drag the shadow layer under the avatar that way. So a shadow like that is really too strong, so I can decrease the opacity, for example, but also I can erase a part like that. I make a big eraser, the flow very low, like 15%, and I can just erase some parts. Also I can use this menu to, you see, to change the colors of the shadow, but this is up to you. I mean, depends really from picture to picture. Sometimes I use a method, some other times I use another one. The point is that you have to look at image and say, okay, that way looks nice. That's it. So now you make the shadow. What we're going to do now, first of all, we have to resize the image, because that way is too big. There is too space from the skies to the head and also all around. So I'm making, I don't know, 1 okay, so squared. I keep it very okay. Still, okay. I think that the way is good. Okay. So now let's look to the colors. If I look at the background image, it is very low saturated. If I look at my avatar, my skin, for example, is very pink and the red is very strong. So I go on the avatar layer, select it, and I go on image, adjustment, use saturation, and I decrease the saturation. It looks better. I mean, it's more similar to the background colors.